Welcome to Create, Build, Manage, the Entrepreneur's Toolbox.
Welcome to Create, Build, Manage on BizTV. I'm Kelli Phillips. Dawn Cutillo is here today. She's the founder of BeBalanced Hormone Weight Loss Centers, and she'll fill us in on what sets her program apart from other weight loss programs. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Create, Build, Manage only on BizTV. Like to lose those last stubborn 10 to 20 pounds, improve your sleep, maybe even banish those mood swings? Well, Dawn Cutillo is here to help with her BeBalanced natural weight loss. And I've got to ask Dawn, how did you come up with this whole methodology of BeBalanced and the franchise program?
That's a great opening question, because really that's the foundation for everything we're doing. I have been in the health field, it's about like over 33 years now. But when I first started off, I wanted to help women lose weight and get their lives back in order and just exercise and just feel good about themselves, just basic. And I was working at a very large health club. They were on a good diet, good exercise, even stress management. I'm watching all this. And the women over 40 or 45 just weren't losing weight. Now, I was in my upper 30s at that point. I was like, I'm having a little struggle here. So what I started to see was that women in this environment they're coming, they're dedicated, they're trying, and they're not losing the weight. So is there something to be looked at here with the whole calories in, calories out? Is that really working? Or is there something else that needs to be looked into? Do we have to check into the hormones? And that kind of was the start of everything.
So you didn't fully gain all of that weight that typically comes on when you're 40, 45?
It is interesting because being in the field, it's almost a little embarrassing. I gained about 35 pounds slowly. So when I, actually got this going, which then I would have been over 40. I've been observing this for a while. Then I developed a methodology, did the program, and I lost 35 pounds in 2 months, less than 2 months, because our average weight loss as we get into this is astounding. It's like 15 to 22 pounds in a month. And once we get into a little bit of the science about it, you'll understand how that was. So it was really affecting me. I knew I had some hormone imbalances. I had some acne and some issues with my cycle when I was younger. I wasn't really thinking much about it. But then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm having this issue. These women some of them were 45, 50. They can't lose. There's got to be something besides just eating and exercising or what you would do at a health club or with a nutritionist. There's a missing factor here, and that's the hormones. And that's when we started studying, can we start to balance the hormones naturally? I work with a chemist and I work with a clinical nutritionist, and I studied and understood the impact that the big hormone, insulin and cortisol, they're the same for men and women. Insulin helps blood sugar. Cortisol helps stabilize when you're under stress. When those hormones are out of balance because you're eating bad or you're under stress, it throws off the sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone. And when those two hormones are in balance, that's when you have PMS symptoms, which most women do, young girls do. And then you have menopausal symptoms as they get older. And then you have typical weight gain as you age. So that was the premise for starting all of that.
So to get into the science a little bit, I mean, you're not a weight loss service, are you?
That's a perfect question, Kelli, because actually we're the combination of both. We're taking two huge, I know weight loss is $1 billion industry. I know that HRT or hormone replacement therapy is probably multi-million. We're taking them and we're putting them together and we're making it the best of both worlds. So I like to look at it as like a blue ocean. Blue ocean is when you create something so unique, taking two different areas of business, putting them together. It's actually a book called Blue Ocean Strategy. It's a Harvard-renowned business strategy. It says when you do that and you add more value, you get yourself so far out there that you're in a blue, pristine ocean. There's no competition. And you're not in what they call the red blood-infested waters of competition, shark-infested waters of competition. So by us doing this, and the example I gave is Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil took, the aspects of a circus and said, okay, the circus is good, it does certain things, but then they took the aspects of other areas of entertainment, adult entertainment and fun things and theater and brought them two together. And I love Cirque du Soleil. I hope everybody does. But anyway, so it's that type of thing. So what we did was we said, let's teach women how to balance by eating better, their insulin. We know eat less sugar. We know that. Balance their cortisol by relaxation therapy. We have something called sound wave therapy. So you expect both of those things, to be involved in what I'm saying here. We don't involve exercise initially, but after 30 days we do. But what we're doing is we're involving diet, relaxation therapy, and supplements. And the supplements help to balance the hormones. So what we're doing is we're balancing estrogen and progesterone. And most women are dominant in estrogen because estrogen is stimulatory in nature and can cause women to be anxious, cause them to have high appetite, cause them to gain weight. They're not in as good as a mood. They can't sleep as well. And it is connected to female-related cancers. Progesterone is women's best friend and no one talks about it. It's inhibitory. It's calming, calms anxiety. Oh, I can sleep better now. I don't have as much of an appetite. Stabilizes blood sugar, helps you lose weight. But it also has been known, I've done breast cancer research that got published, it actually helps to stabilize estrogen in estrogen receptor positive cancers. So it's actually going to help prevent types of female cancers, especially breast cancer, which is what I study. So when these two are balanced, you're fine. But when you're dominant in estrogen and you don't have enough progesterone, you're going to gain weight easy. You're going to have a high appetite. You're going to retain fluid. You're going to be anxious, not in a good mood, depressed, not be able to sleep. Then you add in the other fun stuff like low libido, hot flashes, all that. And God forbid, female-related cancers. So what we do is use natural supplements to actually balance estrogen and progesterone so that the symptoms go away. And then the body balances insulin and cortisol so that you can actually start to lose weight efficiently. And it even balances the neurochemicals, which we won't get into that today. But yeah, so everything is about the balance, and it's about lifestyle change, state-of-the-art supplementation, as well as education, which is a little what I'm doing today, and support. Those are our 4 pillars of what we build our program on, and women love it and they get excellent results.
So this is not a medical program. Is it backed by science?
And I tell people, we might not be wearing white coats. We're the women in black. We wear our black jackets, but it's always backed by science. We use National Institutes of Health, PubMed studies to back up. What I'll say is back up empirically, because empirical evidence is observing something over time, right? So a funny example I always say, if I said, oh, every time I give a woman a green apple, she has a big mole on her nose. And people be like, well, I've never heard that before. That sounds kind of weird. But if I showed you, look, these 100 women, they're all saying it, you'd start to be like, oh, that's a hypothesis that can turn into a theory for the scientific method. So the scientific method is something that needs to be done over and over and over and duplicated. So we always make sure everything we say is based on science. And the science is based on his lab testing. When I work with the chemist, I continue to work with him, but the clinical nutritionist who's now retired, we would work with doing lab testing and then giving the natural hormone balancing creams or the homeopathic natural hormone balancing products. And we would see changes in the hormones. And we added in diet and we put everything together to come up with a full program that gives results. So it's definitely based on science. We're not medical. We're non-medical. We're natural. But there's always references and scientific references for everything we say, such as high cortisol will lower progesterone. Well, I can't just say that. I have to have a study behind it. And then there's always plenty of empirical evidence as well.
Talk about the trends in weight loss right now and how it has affected people's overall health.
I'm glad you asked that, Kelly, because that is just such a hot thing right now. And I'll admit it, we have just a teeny dip in business because of the weight loss injections. Now, these things, I'm sure the weight loss injections were brought about, the semaglutides. There was a real purpose, and it was for people that, that had diabetes or pre-diabetes. It's just now I feel like they're getting a little bit abused and people are using them just for weight loss. And the problem is, I'll say it this way, we're already in a state of imbalance that most people's digestive systems are slow. Their peristaltic action is slower. Girls know that right before their period, they're a little slower in their digestion. Well, now these shots are making it even slower. So you're exacerbating a condition women already have that isn't good. The other thing is we're overstimulated. I got coffee, I got sugar, I'm doing this, I'm doing a million things, right? We're overstimulated. These semaglutides tend to overstimulate, and that's indicative in what they say about them. They can stimulate the pancreas, they can stimulate the thyroid, they can cause pancreatitis or thyroid issues. So that's not good either. We're taking something we're already doing and then overdoing it. And then there's just the cosmetic thing. I mean, if people are trying to lose weight, they want to look good, right? It takes away so much muscle. So they're having muscle, catabolic happening to the muscle. Anabolic is building, catabolic is not building muscle. It's tearing it down. And you might say, oh, I'll build the muscle back if I lose it. Well, you can't build muscle back in your face. And no amount of filler is going to do that for you. And that's why they call it, well, I won't even say the name of the company, but they call it certain name of the company face, which means people are actually starting to look really poor in their facial structure when being on these. So we're really trying to educate. And the joke is BeBalanced is faster, safer. We say faster, safer, cheaper, but I like to say less expensive. And you're going to get the same results or better. So there's no need. I say, give us a shot before you try the shot, because we're so much better and we're healthier. I'm going to help your overall health besides your appearance. So but there has been a lot of women that can't lose weight that are going to the shots.
Dawn Cutillo, if you will, hang tight. We've got more questions when we come back right after this. We're back with Dawn Cutillo to talk a little bit more about her BeBalanced and natural weight loss franchise. And Dawn, first, walk us through the client process when, for example, they see one of your ads. What are your clients going to go through?
Well, a lot of the clients are actually searching for something like, what can help me lose weight? Because I'm over 40, 45, I can't do it. Or they might even search like hot flashes, like what can help me with hot flashes? So they could come in based on a really bad symptom, low libido, hot flashes, headaches, or they could come in to lose weight. But most of our clients really do want to lose weight. We could take you either direction. But what will happen is they'll see an ad, and then they could go to the website and they can either book appointment directly. But what we have is something super cool. We have what's called a hormone wellness assessment. So they can go on and answer and check off different questions about themselves, and we'll actually email them back and say, yeah, you are a little off. We don't say anything definitive because we're not taking blood or saliva. We go basically by symptoms, because that's what women care about. They care about how they look and feel. So have they gained weight? Are you having hot flash? Are you having this? And we'll ask different questions, and then we'll give them a general assessment. Then after that, once we build their confidence, hey, these people know what they're talking about. I never heard this before. Then they can book a free consultation that we'd love you to come in. But if you're not near a center, we will definitely do Zoom. I mean, with COVID and everything, we learned everything can be done through Zoom. So then we'll do a free consultation. And then if you want to get started, that's free. We get you enrolled, and then you can start within the next couple of days. And then we'll do the appointments either on Zoom or we'll do them in person. And it's every 2 weeks. So the whole program, this sounds long, but it's just what you're getting. It's 14 weeks. But basically what it is, the first month is where you lose it's just, we see it all the time, 15 to 22 pounds. We did company statistics from thousands of women that have done the program. I mean, I've done probably 6,000 or 7,000 people. And we looked at that, and the average was 18-pound weight loss. So it's great. Like, that's proven. So what happens is then they get the results in the first month, and then we have maintenance. We add different things and educational components on the end. And if somebody wants to lose more weight after the first month, they can insert another a la carte weight loss month in there. But you're getting your appointments, you're getting your materials, you're getting your education and support, and you're getting your supplements for a total amount of money that depends, depending on the program that they're doing. But that's basically with the client process. We try to make it really friendly and educational.
Now, I've got to ask, we've talked about women a lot, but do you help men as well?
Men actually do have hormones. So yes, we have a male program as well, because for men, they basically have insulin and cortisol as well. So when insulin and cortisol are off, it actually drains, I guess that's the best word, drains their natural testosterone. So by fixing insulin and cortisol, and men need a little bit of progesterone too, so we give them a little progesterone, that will actually stabilize their blood sugar, stabilize their weight, and keep them from having their testosterone drop. Having a little progesterone for men, interesting, it keeps their testosterone from what's called aromatizing or turning into estrogen. So what men don't want is to be turning into women as they get older, right? So a man who drink, I hate to say it, drank a lot of beer, or just, beer is one of the worst, but I mean, just does a lot of carbs and things like that, he'll get the beer belly, the little bit of, breast tissue, he'll become more moody. And it's like, oh my goodness, I'm turning into a menopausal woman here, And so by balancing all this, we actually give a little progesterone, and then the testosterone does not turn to estrogen. It will turn to estrogen when a man's blood sugar gets off. So a diabetic man's going to have more of a chance for that. So yes, we make BeBalanced women and we make BeBalanced couples. And it's so excellent when men and women do it together because it's basically the same program, a few different changes for men, but they both get hormonal results and they get weight results. And men, crazy, but you know this, they're going to lose a little more. So they could lose a minimum of 20 to 25 in a month. And it's all fat. It is not taking muscle. The body will not take muscle or catabolize muscle if it can get to the fat. And by overcoming the weight loss barrier and balancing the hormones, that's where we can get right in your fat store. So you're like a bear in hibernation. Bears are laying around right in the cave, right? They're eating up their body fat. They're not eating. We're walking around in society, so we have a nice diet for you, but it's not enough to fulfill all your needs. So your body then takes from your body fat and leaves your lean muscle, which is excellent. That's the way you want to lose weight. With the shots, you're losing muscle. With us, you're losing fat.
Other weight loss businesses are out there. What sets apart BeBalanced as a franchise from the other weight loss businesses?
Sure. Well, let me give you a high level view first. We're combining, like I said, we're a blue ocean. We're limited by what people know about us at this point. We're not McDonald's. We'd love to be a household word, but at this point we're not. So we're pretty much saying that our approach is different because we're taking women always have PMS, women always have menopausal symptoms. We're taking all that and lumping it in with the weight loss and saying we can balance your hormones naturally. We're going to help with both of these stubborn problems that women deal with. So that's what's unique about it. And we're also kind of positioning ourselves even a little more now as a lifestyle brand. I mean, we can tell you anything from, what to eat to how to meditate to how to learn how to integrate healthy snacks in to losing weight. It's just a variety of health and wellness. It's almost like a variety of topics and things women can learn from the blogs on our website. So we are more of a lifestyle brand. But when it comes to like a franchise, okay, so franchise is duplicatable. It's an easier business to start than just starting on your own. You have a lot of support. We've McDonaldized this. We made it super simple. No one has to be intimidated how to share hormone information. We have videos, we have charts. I mean, I tried to keep it pretty simple today, but it's so much nicer when you have visuals. So we have all that. But the main thing is when it comes to a business, minimal staff. You need one full-time, one part-time to start. Now I have 5 staff because I'm bigger, but that's what you can start with. You can do square footage, 800 to 1,200 square feet is all you need to get started. So we're not looking at a lot of rent. Build out is simple. This isn't a hair salon where you're hooking up all this water and all this kind of stuff. So when it comes to a business aspect, it's very, very condensed, simple. And that's what I look for because I love this work, but I don't love running a 20,000 square foot facility with 80 employees. I just don't want to do that. So I think a lot of women are like, yeah, if I'm going to start a business, I'd rather keep it simple. And then the referrals are just crazy. We get 50% referrals. So every month, if I sign up this many people, if I sign up 50 people, 25 of them are referrals. So it's not even, I'm not saying you don't have to market because in this crazy world, we got to get out there. We got to be on digital. There's a lot of competition. But because what we do is so unique, when a woman does it, she's like, I'm telling my mother, my friend, my sister, my daughter, because we help women at every age, every stage. So we can have teenage girls coming in that have PMS problems. They'll notice results in the very next month with our natural creams. Or we have a woman that'll lose 15 to 20 pounds in a month with our homeopathic, spray. That's all natural and all working to balance the hormones. So they're just some of the things when it comes to an actual franchise, how we're easier. Our entry cost is a little bit lower when it comes to that. But also the model itself is unique. And it's just exciting to be involved in something that's just beyond, regular weight loss. It's just so much more interesting. And the stories that we hear and the lives that we've changed, it makes it all worth it.
Where do you see BeBalanced in the future? Where do you see the trends going?
Well, like I said, I do believe, and I guess I can say this. There's a couple of big companies that are becoming more lifestyle brands. And one of them is with the Kardashians, Gwyneth Paltrow. We love her. She has Goop. People want a friendly place they can come to get candid answers on their health and wellness questions, right? So with our tagline, BeBalanced, we take the guesswork out of women's weight loss and wellness, which is not just weight loss. It's that wellness can encompass a ton of things, your hormone balance, your neurochemical balance, your digestion. We do all that kind of stuff. And that's broad because women in the future are wanting to do self-care. They want to take care of themselves. They want to do things naturally. They want to do things holistically. They want to understand. Women are stupid. They want to know. Don't just give me a pill, tell me to take it, pat me on the head. Don't patronize me. I want to understand. And our goal is to be candid with them, to educate them, and really to empower them to live their best life. And they can do that with us because we're involving every aspect of their lifestyle. So we would like BeBalanced. Yeah, I'd like it to be McDonald's. We'd like it to be a household word. It's going to take some while in growth, but even before we have 1 million franchises, 1 in every state or 5 in every state, we can do things virtually. And that's the good thing. We can help people in different states that we're not even at because we mail the products, and we can do everything over Zoom. So we feel like we're set up to get involved and to make it really grow. At this point, we're not, but we can still service people around the country, whether you have a BeBalanced in your neighborhood or not.
Dawn, if folks want more information on BeBalanced, whether they just want to enroll in the program or better yet, to become a franchisee, how do they find you?
So if you go to BeBalancedCenters.com, there's all the information there for a regular, like just a client that might want to, actually become a client. And then there's information on there on the franchising as well. There's a tab as well that they can click on that and read a little bit about it. Tell people, check this out as like a business first. Like, is this something as a program that you'd want to do? Do you like our science? Did you get results? That's how we got all our franchisees. I mean, we do get some men that are like, this is a great opportunity, that are just coming out. But a lot of times their women are saying, this changed my life. Can I start this as a business? Me and my husband, we're going to invest together. So basically BeBalancedCenters.com. And then you can also do the free hormone assessment or the free hormone quiz. And you could just kind of see where you're at. And we'll give you the results back, and then you can see the different locations, and you can book an appointment, and we're happy to run through everything with you in that free hour consultation.
Dawn Cutillo, we appreciate you spending time with us. BeBalanced Natural Weight Loss. Thanks for joining me today for BizTV's Create, Build, Manage. Episodes of Create, Build, Manage are available on demand on the free BizTV streaming app. Visit watch.biztv.com and get BizTV programming anytime, anywhere. Stay tuned to BizTV for more stories that educate, enlighten, and empower.